Hey everybody, it's your girl Shay with the Hobbies coming at you with another video. Today is episode 3 of The Business of Books, a collaboration series that I am doing with Eve Daniels, the Nerdy Nanny. Her channel and video will be in the description box below. So this is month 3 where, we dropped the video on Friday and we have the live stream on Sunday, and this month's video is about getting started as an author. So as you guys know, throughout this series, I always like to, remind everyone that I am a writer who is trying to become an author. So these are the things that I am doing in these series so that everyone knows, like, these aren't like rules or things that I think that you have to do, just things that I think that will make the transition from writer to author, the business side of books, easier for you if you start doing now. So as far as getting started as an author, the first thing that I did was decide on pen names. Because as an author, you have to decide on what you're going to be called, what you want to be called, because this is more than likely your brand identity. It's just like with the company. They have to think about what they want to call themselves, how they want to stand out in the market, things like that. So for you that might be looking at different authors' names are in the genre that you're in. So, like, one thing that we know is that sometimes you need multiple pen names to go into different genres, especially for like some traditionally published authors who made a name for themselves in a specific genre. Like, you want to make sure that your names kind of match with what you're going with. So one specific example I can think of is Nora Roberts and JD Robb. Same person, two completely different genres. So because of that, she took two completely different pen names. Just something to think about. So the next thing that I thought about was branding. So when I thought about the pen names, I also thought about a logo. Again, a logo is one of the first things that companies think about as far as getting their identity out there, because that is how you are recognizable. Think of all the logos of companies you could think of without even having to show their name. Nike, McDonald's, Target, Walmart. All those places are places that have done really, really good and done a really great job of getting their logo out there consistently, so you associate that picture, that design with that company. I mean, you see a bullseye and you think Target, right? Right. So when it comes to doing that as an author, especially for those of us who are trying to do indie, we want to be recognizable to our readers. So when it comes to that, the logo, and you're thinking about your branding, think about color schemes for your website. Think about color schemes for your business card. Think about those type of things. Branding is very, very important, as it is how the consumer remembers you. Right, you have to think about that, because when you're thinking about consumers, you think about like what attracts them, and a lot of times it's what people can see more than anything. Next thing that I did when wanting to get started as an author was sit down and write a mission and vision statement. Now, these are two very different things, and so I will explain to you what they are. A mission statement is usually something that is placed somewhere externally for other people to see about you, so or about the company. So this is very specific if you're going to indie publish and you're doing it under your own publishing company name, especially if that's something that you want to expand. If it's not something you want to expand, I completely understand. It's not a requirement in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Your mission statement is usually no more than 2 to 3 sentences, and it is just what you plan to do with your business. My personal mission statement is to use my words to foster constructive conversations around Black mental health and the overall Black experience in America. So everything that I do, I try to center around that. So with the transparent conversations, with the self-care Sunday, things like that, like, I want to do that. And with my words, I want to highlight different things that we don't think about, or that we don't think about as much, and put them in a different light for readers, so that it changes their perspective just a little bit, gives them a little insight into how the other side thinks. Now, a vision statement is a little bit different. A vision statement is usually for internally. So normally a vision statement isn't usually seen by your consumers. It's usually seen by like your employees, in this case you. The reason the vision statement is important is because it is the guideline for where you see your company going. It is what you want to do. So the vision that I have for the words that I write are to get my words into as many schools, classrooms, libraries, and things of that nature, to get my words out to as many people as possible. Now, my vision statement is very, very broad, as I have this is just a general one for Cachet. This is not for the pen names that I have given. These are just examples of those. The next thing that I started to do as I got started as a writer was sit down and plan out what I needed to do goal-wise. Now, I know last time I talked about SMART goals and what those are. In this case, what I mean more so is like how I plan to do my first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Like, hey, for me, it's these are the stories I need to write within this month's time. This is where I need to be. I need to be on the second draft of all of these by the end of this mark. Then I need to be writing query letters at this point, getting those out. Then at this point I need to, so what you have to do is find out what works for you, and you need to sit down and you need to plan. As far as the author side of things go, you cannot be as fluid as you were when you were just writing or just trying to be a writer. The reason is because you are now trying to be a business. You must be intentional with everything that you do. Your time is precious, and it is to be used to build this business. So you can start by getting a planner. Me personally, I approve of the Panda planners. They don't have dates written in them, so you can use them and adjust them as much as you like. Usually they go up to 6 months and then go from there. So I would definitely suggest getting some type of planner for those. The last thing that I did as I'm getting started as an author was to take time to create a schedule. Now, it doesn't have to be 8 hours a day like a normal 40-hour-a-week job. Writing 8 hours a day can be very, very daunting and isolating. But I do give 3 hours a day towards either focusing on the business side, whether I'm learning about marketing, I'm working on websites, I'm working on logo designs, or I'm actually writing, whether that's editing, revising, getting notes out. Y'all know me, I'm a discovery writer, so it's like that bare bones outlining, like, hey, I know I need to have these 3 things happen. How do I get there type of thing. That will be the end of this video. I hope you found this information to be very helpful. Don't forget to check the description box below to watch Eve Daniels, the Nerdy Nanny, her video for episode 3. And we will see you on Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.